For decades, Meryl Streep and Don Gummer were considered one of Hollywood's most enduring love stories, a marriage untouched by scandal, fame, or time. 45 years together, raising 4 children, balancing careers, and navigating life in the public eye. But behind the quiet dignity of their partnership lay a story few ever glimpsed, a story of love, loss, resilience, and ultimately, quiet separation. Born Mary Louise Streep in 1949 in Bernardsville, New Jersey, Meryl was the eldest of 3 children in a middle-class, academically inclined family. Her father, Harry, worked in the pharmaceutical industry, while her mother, Mary, was an artist. It was from her mother that Meryl inherited her creative spirit, a household where artistic expression was not only encouraged, but celebrated. As a child, Meryl initially dreamed of becoming an opera singer, taking voice lessons and immersing herself in music. But as she entered Bernard's High School, her focus began to shift toward acting. School plays revealed her extraordinary talent, and she discovered that performance was not just an interest, but a calling. After high school, she attended Vassar College, majoring in drama and English. It was here that her understanding of acting deepened, guided by professors who helped her see the craft not as performance, but as storytelling. After graduating in 1971, she enrolled at Yale School of Drama, performing in over 40 productions and thriving despite financial struggles and bouts of self-doubt. Her transition from theater to film came in the late 1970s. A small but memorable role in Julia in 1977 introduced her to a wider audience, but it was The Deer Hunter in 1978 that earned her first Academy Award nomination. Her portrayal of a woman coping with the trauma of war showcased her ability to convey complex emotions with subtlety, a signature style that would define her career. That same year, Meryl faced a devastating personal loss. Her partner, actor John Cazale, succumbed to lung cancer at just 42 years old. The grief was profound, shaping the way she experienced love and life. Yet, amidst the heartbreak, a new chapter began when she met sculptor Don Gummer, a friend of her brother's. 6 months later, they were married. Don, 6 years her senior, lived in a world of clay and stone, far removed from Hollywood's glare. While Meryl's life revolved around film sets, awards, and interviews, Don cultivated a private, meaningful life of artistry. Their marriage was an extraordinary balancing act. Meryl's career exploded, earning her critical acclaim and awards for performances in Kramer vs. Kramer, 1979, Sophie's Choice, 1982, and Out of Africa, 1985. Meanwhile, Don was the quiet anchor at home, supporting their children and maintaining the private, structured life that allowed Meryl to thrive under the relentless pressures of fame. The couple had 4 children: Henry, Mary Grace, Louisa, and Margaret. And despite the intense public interest in Meryl's career, their family life remained fiercely private. Appearances at events were carefully measured. Don often attended in the background, and interviews about their private life were rare. Their guiding principle was simple: the family is not for public consumption. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Meryl Streep became a household name, her talent unrivaled. In Silkwood, she portrayed whistleblower Karen Silkwood. In Postcards from the Edge, she explored comedy, while The Bridges of Madison County showcased her romantic and emotional range. By the 2000s, she had embraced a broader audience with roles like Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada and her joyful performance in Mamma Mia, proving her versatility and ability to captivate audiences across genres. Her accolades are staggering: 21 Academy Award nominations, 3 wins, and countless other honors. Yet Meryl has always maintained a remarkable humility. Focusing on her craft, respecting her colleagues, and using her platform to advocate for gender equality, social justice, and environmental issues. She has long been a cultural leader, demonstrating that influence is not measured by headlines, but by the quiet power of action. Despite their longevity, Meryl Streep and Don Gummer's marriage quietly shifted around 2017. There was no scandal, no dramatic confrontation, no public argument. The separation was slow, subtle, and deeply private. Meryl purchased a mid-century home in Pasadena, while Don remained rooted in his art studio. By 2020, they sold their longtime Tribeca penthouse, symbolizing the closure of a chapter that had defined their lives for decades. Yet Meryl continued to wear her wedding ring, a testament to the history they shared and the respect that remained between them. For more than 6 years, they lived separate lives while maintaining contact for their children and grandchildren. In October 2023, Meryl's representative confirmed the separation, revealing a story that had unfolded quietly behind the scenes. "They still care deeply for each other but have chosen lives apart," the statement read. It was a revelation, but one in keeping with the couple's lifelong discretion. The emotional turning point for Meryl was not betrayal or scandal, but the realization that the emotional distance had become irreversible. Grief and love, loss and joy, all became intertwined threads in her life story, informing the decisions she made about her family, her career, and ultimately, her independence. Even in the midst of personal transformation, Meryl Streep maintained her professionalism. She returned to the stage and screen with unwavering dedication, recently appearing in Only Murders in the Building, embracing a new chapter of life as an independent woman in her 70s. Observers noted a subtle but significant change. Her wedding ring was no longer present, signaling the end of one era and the beginning of another. Meryl's life has always been defined by dualities: public and private, fame and family, triumph and grief. Each role she has played has been informed by experience, empathy, and a fearless commitment to truth. From Joanna Kramer to Sophie Zawistowski, from Miranda Priestley to Margaret Thatcher, she has transformed herself completely for every character, demonstrating a depth of understanding and emotional intelligence that is rare in any field. Her personal journey mirrors the complexities of her characters: resilience in the face of adversity, grace under pressure, and the quiet strength to make difficult choices. Through marriage, motherhood, and now separation, Meryl has shown that life, like art, is rarely simple or linear. She has demonstrated the courage to embrace change, even when it challenges the very foundation of her identity. Even as she navigates her independence, Meryl continues to prioritize family and craft above all else. Her children have pursued careers in the arts, encouraged to find their own voices and identities, yet always shielded from the glare of public scrutiny. Her story remains one of balance, between career and family, public and private, emotion and restraint. Meryl Streep is not just an icon of cinema, she is an embodiment of perseverance, creativity, and authenticity. Her separation from Don Gummer does not diminish the legacy of their life together. It underscores the depth of their respect, the subtlety of their love, and the profound ways in which personal growth can coexist with professional brilliance. Today, Meryl stands as a testament to the power of reinvention and the enduring impact of artistic and personal integrity. Her legacy is one of timeless brilliance, unwavering grace, and a life lived on her own terms. In a world obsessed with sensationalism, she remains a beacon of dignity and privacy, demonstrating that true greatness is measured not by public spectacle, but by the quiet strength to honor one's own journey. So, whether we remember her as Joanna Kramer, Sophie Zawistowski, Miranda Priestley, or Margaret Thatcher, or simply as the extraordinary woman behind the characters, Meryl Streep's story is one of courage, artistry, and an unshakable commitment to living authentically. Meryl Streep's life and career remind us that even amidst loss, change, and separation, it is possible to live fully, love deeply, and leave a legacy that transcends time. Her story is far from finished, and the world continues to watch with admiration, curiosity, and respect.